All right. It's B-Sides with Rece. We're here with one of the post-hardcore kings of Arizona, music blog, radio talk show host, not talk show, but radio show host extraordinaire, Foster. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right. How are you, Rece?
I'm feeling pretty good. So, you're in Washed. You run Mouth Maids Wordless and local Shampoo. Rest in peace. Why to end?
Why the end for local Shampoo?
Yes.
Well, me and my friend Cheyenne, shout out Cheyenne, it was her idea to start a radio show, and I was going to NAU, or I'm still going to NAU, so we were like, fuck it, we'll use NAU to start a radio show and talk to our friends, talk to bands we like, play good-ass music. So that's how it kind of started, and then it ended because I'm not going to be in Flagstaff anymore. So it just had to end because I wouldn't be there in person anymore.
What was the push to make you start making music journalism, essentially?
I was wanting to do a music blog for a long time. I think I saw like my first like show after high school. I saw Kiva's old band, Toothache.
Shout out Toothache. We love them.
Toothache. We love Toothache. My babies, my toothers. But I saw their show because I was in a class with Cheyenne or whatever, and I was like, oh wow, this is really cool. I'm like seeing so many things I can like talk about, and it's just so interesting, and I want to be able to share this because no one's talking about anything in the Arizona scene. You know what I mean? Like up until pretty recently, it's like been just kind of this hush. No one knows what's going on. No one's documenting anything. So I wanted to do my part in changing that, which I hope has had some effect somehow, somewhere, for anyone. And that was just kind of my goal to like get that out there for people.
Amazing. You are in legendary Arizona post-hardcore band Washed. Just played at Iron Age. What happened tonight? Give us a little rundown. It was rough for everyone, for sure. What went down?
It was a bit rough. I mean, for starters, I think everyone left right before we started playing. So we were like, okay, that's chill. And another thing, we aren't emo. We love playing with emo bands, and I think there's some overlap, obviously, because post-hardcore is kind of like the roots of emo. But no one was showing up, and then we finished the song, and then no one clapped, and we were like, oh, that's how this is right now. And not that that's anyone's fault at all. I get it when it's not people's type of music, and I don't think we make Washed with the intention to be really accessible, not to sound pretentious or anything, but the stuff we do is like purposely trying to do something different and push some boundaries, and I don't think a lot of people like really appreciate that or like that at all, especially if they're expecting like some emo stuff. So I think that's what happened, and then the cymbal stand broke. We like saw someone say, "This sucks," so we were like, we're just gonna stop. I mean, like what we do in Wash is really vulnerable and like takes a lot, and we work really, really hard for what we do. And so when that's kind of like not seen or appreciated at all, it just feels kind of embarrassing to go on and like make a spectacle of ourselves.
If you see Washed live and don't like them, there's something genetically wrong with you. All right? One of the best live bands of all time. Louder than any band in a stadium, first of all. Insanely loud. Play their goddamn hearts out. Shout out to Caden. He's right here. Also in Washed, one of the other Arizona post-hardcore kings. All right? If you don't like Washed, we don't like you. All right? Get the fuck out of here.
I get it if you don't like us. That's not what I'm saying.
I do not. All right? I'll be honest. I don't. Fuck. All right. How do you feel about the current state of the Arizona scene as someone who is involved in it in terms of bands and documenting it, with also you are involved in Dead Mothers Collective, if you want to touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I think in terms of the way it's being documented right now, I'll start with that. I think it's great. We have so many people doing really awesome things. It kind of just came out of nowhere. Like Dead Mothers Collective has started recording all of these bands, doing so much all the time. Shout out to Niall Hamidi. He's doing incredible things for so many really great bands, really great people, and really making a network that's like super strong and important here. And shout out to you guys. I mean, I'm always going to be so incredibly supportive and happy when people are taking the time to like do this, because you don't have to. No one has to. You know what I mean? And it says a lot about people who like take that extra step, other than just making the music, to like really foster a community within this scene.
Foster.
Reference. But in terms of like the state of the scene right now, I think it's really interesting. I think there's a lot popping up, and I mean, Arizona has always been like this secret hub for music, and it's back and forth. But right now there's so much happening. There's so many bands popping up. I think it is dominated by this like emo wave right now, which is cool. There's a lot of cool stuff coming out of that, but there are a lot of hidden gems in Flagstaff, Phoenix, out here in like Havasu City. Spoken words, that's who I mean. There is one hidden gem, the diamond in the rough.
Truly touched.
Our spoken words, our little babies.
The littlest of babies.
But we love them with all our heart. Yeah.
Shout out to Dead Mothers Collective. One of the people who I saw documenting the scene, as someone who is already into normal journalism, saw you guys, if you will, and then was like, oh shit, we can do this with a camera and an iPhone.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
Start anywhere.
And it's amazing.
Yeah.
It means a lot. It's a great. What's next for Mouth Maids Wordless? Rest in peace, local Shampoo. But what's next?
Right now I'm doing, it's a lot. I mean, Washed is going on tour, so I'm going to take a break then, but...
Go see them.
We're going to be in your area. I'm in your...
All of the areas.
All of the areas, nah.
They are in your city.
Yeah, only if you live on the west coast of the United States of America this summer. But no.
It's just in Wash does not care about the East Coast.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck. No, I'm kidding. I fuck with my East Coast homies. Shout out Blouse. Shout out Blouse. Yeah. Yeah, I could shout out a million people. But Mouth Maids Wordless. Right now, I'm doing weekly blogs and conducting some interviews with some people, with smaller artists that I like and just find online. I have a bunch of interview transcripts from local Shampoo that I'm putting up on there, just working through them. A lot of smaller Flagstaff bands that we're homies with, and I'm just working on putting that out. I'm trying to do more reviews and getting people like who are interested in music journalism, who want to write about music, to write reviews. Rece, if you're interested, this is my offer right now.
Brother, I am deeply
absolutely. So if you see a cool release that's coming out by a local band or even a smaller band, go for it. Like send me a review.
Rece is now Mouth Maids Wordless affiliated.
Yes, exactly. I think, I don't know, maybe you can cut this out if it's not true, but Kiva may be writing a review for the new February album that just dropped, because we all love that, and so want to be able to support them in any way we can, in the small ways that we can. So doing those reviews, trying to do those at least once a month, hopefully getting to those a little more, but doing interviews once every other week, and then doing regular blogs for like shows once every other week on the opposite. That's what I'm doing right now.
So, being from someone in Flagstaff, not as small of a scene as Havasu, still in the Arizona scope of things, smaller, how do you feel about Flag in general?
I mean, I love Flagstaff. It was a great place to kind of get started as Washed, I think, and it was a great place to really meet so many amazing musicians and amazing people that I'll forever like have a connection with, which is really important to me. And yeah, I think the scene there is really interesting. It fluctuates so much. I think we talked about that in the Washed interview, but so you never know what's going to come out of there. And I think that's what's really cool, is like you don't expect you wouldn't expect bands like Monette or fucking To Kill a Fly to come out of there. You think Flagstaff and you're like, oh, like an acoustic indie band or something, you know what I mean? But that's
Granola, if you will.
Granola, yes, a granola band. But no, there's some really amazing things going on out there, and I'm just excited for the future of Flagstaff, and hopefully to someday look back and see what's going on there.
Amazing. Foster, any last words?
Keep going to shows. Support your local music scene however you can. If you read the blog, thank you.
Read the goddamn blog.
That means a lot to me because I put a lot of time into that. So yeah, keep going to shows. Do what you can to support local musicians and local music and foster a scene there.
Another Foster mention.
Whoops.
That wraps it up. We love Foster. We love Washed. We love Caden, who is also right next to us. They do much for the scene. Check out everything.
Thank you, sir. Hard post. Hard.